Eliada, over the course of its over 100-year history, has constantly adapted and changed to meet the needs of the community. Our respite program is a place for a child to go that really has nowhere else to go in that moment. It could be an emergency placement for a child that was suddenly removed from their home. It could be a place to go when they're in between placements. It could also be a place to go to give a caregiver a break. There is a tremendous need for respite care across the nation, and particularly across North Carolina.
So we have a lot of children where they may just need a foster family and there's nowhere really to put them. This is kind of a crisis in our state.
We worked with our partners over at VIA Health to identify this much needed resource in the community. And then together we were able to build a respite program here on our campus.
We can serve up to 33 counties, a third of the state, so to speak, in our respite if needed. So for a lot of kids that come into DSS custody, they may go from a foster care home to a residential treatment to another foster care home, and sometimes those transitions are very quick.
A child can be admitted within 24 hours, and frankly, it's actually usually much sooner than that. We have a system that allows us to identify a child that needs a place to go, and they're reviewed and then admitted very soon. And that is very uncommon, not just in respite programs, but in really any place where a child needs to go.
Our respite facility has 4 beds. Most of the time they're here with us for about 2 weeks. They could be here up to 3 weeks at most. Sometimes they're here for just a weekend.
The program is mainly for kids' safety and not having to worry about what their next meal is going to be, where they're going to sleep tonight.
They really have access to pretty much everything on our campus that any other individual would have here.
We have our bouncy pillow. We have, the weight barn, the weight equipment they can use. Inside the cottage, we have board games. We have arts and crafts. They really like Just Dance on the Nintendo Switch. Staff and the students like to join in. Also, we have the gym as well that they can play basketball. We have the soccer fields. Our students get involved with the equine program here at Eliada. Carrie and the barn staff are very helpful and flexible.
They have the ability to make phone calls to their guardians as needed. They also can have visits here. They can also continue therapy here if they need to. We also help kids navigate the interview process on the next placement.
One of the great things about having a respite program on our campus is that when a kid comes here to the respite program, they're surrounded by professionals. They're surrounded by people who are able to see what they need.
We work with a variety of kids that are struggling, and we try to meet individuals wherever they are at the time. We try to help them as we can see the needs arise.
I've definitely seen a handful of students impact the other students in a positive way. There's one in particular, they definitely took on a more motherly figure to the littler students that were there. Setting the example for the little kids and making their stay feel more comfortable.
There are simply too few foster parents to meet the demand. We have thousands of referrals a year, and of course we can only serve a very, very small fraction of those kids. So that creates pressure on existing foster parents. And anything we can do to reduce the number of placements helps that child. At Eliada, foster care is one of the core services that we provide, and we've got a lot of experience helping foster parents and training foster parents. We often hear that it is the most rewarding thing that people have done. They feel just a tremendous sense of satisfaction knowing that they've brought a kid with nowhere else to go into their home, and they've cared for that child and they've made them safe.
Any adolescent that comes here to Eliada, we want you to have fun, we want you to succeed, and to be as much of a support as we can in your life.